Hola, hello to everybody, friends and people that maybe do some practices similar to mine. I want to start posting videos like this in a very humble and simple way to have this ideas, thoughts, impressions, reflections of experience of the somatic amphibian somatic amphibia that I've been for many years exploring, researching this combination of embodiment on land, on water, through touch, through contact, through nature. And I'm speaking in English because I think for now it's the most accessible way I can share this information. Maybe in the future I can share in Spanish, my native language. Now I'm in Galicia, in one of the spots close by of El Camino de Santiago, San Jacob's Path, and I'm close to this beautiful water, this beautiful stream, drinking some matecito, and wanting to express this beautiful need that I have to share with anybody who's interested in being embodied, being in relation, in having tools to self-regulate, to co-regulate. And I'm feeling very inspired because I just am in this beginning of an artistic residency here in Galicia, close to Lugo, and having time to dance and to jam. That is a space of improvisation with others through this practice of sharing weight and falling. And we were talking about being in water. And yesterday I also went to this warm pool with a friend to float this friend in the water. And I come from this water therapy practices, bringing my own thing, ritualistic thing and dancey thing into the water. And I really believe all my life I've been questioning myself and bringing myself into situations where I can find this medicine, this art, this way of life that I call the natural way of life. And the amphibian, the somatic amphibian way of life. And what is this, being amphibian? Amphibia, two lives, in between two worlds. So we are said to be water mammals, like dolphins, like whales, like manatees, because we have a mammalian diving reflex that all the mammals have. That is, we have this nerve. They teach you this in class 1 of freediving. This, I think, is a facial or trigeminal nerve. I studied some medicine, by the way. I love it. And just by sprinkling our faces with water, more if we are immersed in water, that our heartbeat lowers, our use of oxygen lowers, our blood goes into the center of the body. So we have this response of going to the minimal of usage of energy and survival in a very calm way. So I have sensed that both practices that I've devoted my life, this last, I can say 13 years, are about the two most biological, I will say biological fears that humans we have. That is the fear of falling. Contact improvisation is about feeling safe falling, feeling comfortable in the uncomfortable, opening up instead of closing during the fall. And the other is the water dance, the water freediving, obviously, and the water therapy, that is the breath. Second, well, they say we are very scared of loud noises as well, but I feel that has gone into the prehistoric times, and because there's like big, how do you call this, firecrackers, and we have not even like a response to it anymore because we're so used to it. So falling, not breathing, two of the most basic fears, and practicing the fall and being comfortable in the fall, practicing the apnea, the non-breathing, and being comfortable in apnea. We have amphibia practice that I believe is a preparation to live, as well a preparation to die, I hope. And yeah, it makes me wonder about this time that we devote in life to different things, and I would like for us to practice actions, states, contemplations that bring us into our essence and allow us to be in relation, healthy and happy, or whatever how emotion or sensation we need to embrace in an authentic truth and somatic truth. So I've been inspired by friends creating these practices called somatic relating, or body waves that we're gonna do in Ibiza. Now I'm also heading towards Berlin, to the south, in this community, to this New Vision Festival, where I'll be sharing contact and flow practice that I call it is contact improvisation, but from the embodied perspective of water and interrelation, well, relativeness, I don't know how to call it. And this new type of festivals that we have embodiment practices inside, in an ecological permaculture site, and with art that will stay for the community living there and for new events happening there and other festivals happening there. So I feel there's this new wave of embodiment and research in the contact improvisation community and in the water groups and techniques. And I wonder this amphibian somatics or amphibian way of life can be a thing or a movement of being in nature, being researching and playing and being curious about our potential as mammals and relatable beings and creative beings. And I have also had these medicine studies that I would like to bring into the picture and the practice around also ways of eating, of accessing movement, of sensing the therapeutic as a path of self-knowledge and community building of trust and holding each other instead of this individualistic, okay, I go to therapy and I go to my yoga retreat and I'm in the bubble of these beautiful retreats. The stone was moving. Nice, moving grounds. That's another theme. So these days I've been wondering a lot about this community or group collectiveness needing of communication skills, touch skills, listening skills, embodiment practices, creative, artistic endeavors, if that's a word, and more in nature and with ancestral wisdom and ritualistic rites of passage type of thing, connection with the birds. Also, me coming from many different nationalities or ascendancy in my family tree, I also feel the need to mix and to take the best or the most resonant philosophies and practices of my grandmas, of my grandpas. Even though my parents have gotten new information, there's like from academy and a lot of certifications around neuroprogramming, neurolinguistics, and complex thinking and permaculture that I've studied. I feel we have, well, that was a weird birth there. Yeah, I feel in the cells we have a lot of information, and also I hope to continue these videos bringing the biological and cell consciousness into the picture, into the importance as the nervous system. And maybe I can remember with my cells, I can listen with my skin, I can breathe through my skin like salamanders do. So just referencing first the Mayan calendar, from the new version of it, from Argüelles. Today is a day of no time, a day of pausing. And in the Maya Quiche, the 13-day week calendar that I follow, today's 3 is the day of the serpent, inside the internal wisdom, the internal guru, the internal power, in a trecena of the conception. 13 days of sensing, introspection, doing less, sensing more, to gain the clarity of what's coming towards the eclipse, this 12th of August. And just to finish, in 13 minutes, kind of, I want to cite the creator of scuba diving, Jacques Lecoq. That's not him. I don't remember his last name, but Jacques Cousteau. He says in the introduction to this book called Sensitive Chaos, that I really recommend, about flow forms, movements of water and wind. He says that humans, we came into sin when we came into contact with gravity, when we came out of the waters and into the earth, land. And it's when humans come back to water that we will sense back the heavens and the paradise that we are meant to live in. Yeah, that I love gravity because then we can fall and play with it and dance. So what do you think about all this, of the amphibian way of life? Having fun with falling with others, and playing with spirals in water, and letting our cells breathe more than we can think. And yeah, let me know if you want some more conversations like this in nature, and any subjects around this. I love to philosophize, and I love to be deep and intense, and sometimes I don't find humans to do it, so I'm gonna do it like this. Have a beautiful day, night, or twilight, or sunset. Adiós, un abrazo.